Hi everyone, today I will talk about the Pa-Risc. Pa-Risc is a general-purpose computer instruction set architecture developed by HP from the 1980s until the 2000s. In this video, I will talk about Pa-Risc from 4 points. That is the overview and history, development and design, and the daylight and end of the Pa-Risc architectures, and the impact and significance of the Pa-Risc architectures. First, before we know what is the Pa-Risc, we need to know what is the RISC and what is the CRISC. For the RISC, that is to say, it is reduced instruction set computer. For the CRISC, that is complex instruction set computer. These instructions that programmers use on those machines are not the real hardware instructions. Each complex instruction is implemented by a hidden microprograms writing in these real instructions, as we can see on the right of the screen. I list the different areas from both CRISC and RISC they apply to. For the RISC, it is emphasis on the software, and for the RISC, it's use more registers, but for the CRISC, it emphasis more on hardware, and they often apply to the memory instructively rather than the registers. The structure of RISC processors is relatively simple, and their instructions set only include the minimal set of instructions needed to perform basic operations. The design principles of the RISC processors, the RISC processor architecture is to use fewer and simpler instructions, allowing the CPU to execute instructions fast and more efficient. As we can see on the right of the screen, the RISC is more simple and more fast than the CRISC. The CRISC needs 4 steps to retrieve the executions, but the RISC just need 1 step. So after know that, we get to know what is a Pa-Risc. Pa-Risc is a RISC processors architectures developed by the HP. It was designed to replace the earlier CRISC processors. Pa-Risc has a more concise and clear instruction set, which can speed up the executions of the instructions and improve the efficiency of the process. On the right of the screen, we can see the picture. As I talked before, the RISC is similar to the Pa-Risc is similar to RISC. It just applies to the main memories strictly rather than the registers. The Pa-Risc processor was developed in the late 1980s and early 1990s, and it was gradually applied to HP workstations and survived. Pa-Risc reached its peak in the late 1990s and early 2000s, but as technology continued to advance, it gradually fell behind other RISC processors such as PowerPC and SPAC in process architectures. Let's talk about the overall Pa-Risc was a rather conservative RISC designed for that time. The instruction set is complemented in hardware and not macro-coded. Instruction size is of fixed length. It's just one word. All in 3 addressing modes: long or short, displacement, and indexed. All in load or store operations access the memories. Computational instructions do not. Many simple and frequently used instructions execute in just one circle. More complex computations are assigned to assist process or software algorithm. So, compared to other RISC architectures, original Pa-Risc was rather unspectacular, just for that time. Pa-Risc has efficient instructions per length, powerful floating point computations capabilities, and flexible scalabilities. It is widely used in scientific computing, data processing, and the other fields. But later in 2008, HP announced the abandon of Pa-Risc and switched to use the IA64 processor. Eventually, the production of Pa-Risc processor was discontinued in 2008. So that is the end of the Pa-Risc architectures. Pa-Risc provide higher performance per weight for batteries operated device, where energy efficiency is key. A RISC processor executed one action per instruction. By talking just one circle to complex operations, execution time is optimized because the architectures use the facts leaks of the instructions. It is easy to peopleize. Okay, that's end for this video. Thank you everyone.